Hello and welcome to Confessions of a Black Girl. Thank you guys so much who submitted questions on my Google form. That made me so happy. And if you haven't, then go ahead and submit one and I'll be happy to answer it. A lot of you asked questions about my hair and I already have a video about that. I actually published it last year, so I'll link it in the story down below if you're watching on Dart News Online. And if you guys have additional questions, I don't really want to take up much time talking about my hair, even though I totally could. It's just that there's a slew of topics that I kind of want to get to, and I don't want to just get stuck on one. But if you guys keep asking questions, then sure, I will readdress it. This blog is for you guys. But today I'm going to answer the question, do black people have questions about white people, or is it just a one-way street? From personal experience, I'd say for even an African American who grows up in a black community and doesn't have much exposure to white people, they're still exposed to white culture because they're watching television, probably has white characters. If they're seeing an advertisement, it's probably a white supermodel, and even in music and things like that. But blacks are still in the minority, so it's pretty easy to remain ignorant to things about our culture that aren't like gangs or fried chicken or something. On the other hand, my opinion doesn't represent all black people, and you can't watch this vlog and think, now I know everything about black people, because Tori told me everything about black people, because I can only tell you things from my perspective. In the same way, I'm not going to assume that I know everything about white people just because I watch Parks and Rec. I love that show. Or like The Office. Those feature white characters, but that doesn't mean that's how all white characters behave. But to answer your question, do black people have questions about white people? I'm sure they do. Personally, I don't. But that's because my best friends are white. I go to a predominantly white school. Everything I've had a question on has probably been resolved since I started going to a mostly Caucasian school in 3rd grade. That doesn't mean that I'm assuming I know everything about you, the viewer, if you happen to be white, which you probably do. I can't assume that you like Starbucks or Uggs just because you're white. And hopefully you don't assign stereotypes to me because of the color of my skin as well. So do other people have questions about white people? I've heard ignorant comments from my friends, but those stem from intentional ignorance, not from a genuine lack of understanding, and I think that that's not what the question was addressing. Let me know if I'm wrong, but overall, if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. I love answering you guys' questions. So leave a comment or do the Google form, which I'll include in this blog as well. And the whole point of this blog is to show you that we're not so different after all. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.